All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Undr Pod. We are very blessed to have a special guest with us today. If it's relevant, you've seen this guy in it with the St. Andre team, full swing on Netflix, Win Grips, Adidas, you name it, he's there. This guy is going to change the landscape of golf in a really great way. Mr. Bradford Wilson, how are you, sir?
What a warm welcome. Thank you. That was really nice. And to answer your question, I'm doing well.
Good,
I'm
man.
doing really well.
Good. No, we want to lay the foundation.
Only imagine the two of you guys are riding quite the high. I'm looking at two pretty big Philadelphia Eagles fans in front of me, aren't I?
Nick, I knew I liked you, bro.
Go Birds, baby.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
My
born
gosh.
Born here in Chicago, but raised in like Bucks County area of PA.
Okay,
so
word. Yep.
We were close. We've always been Birds fans.
I got 3 Eagles jerseys.
I can
right
see them, man.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I knew it. I knew it. It's special, man. It feels so good. I mean, I grew up. I mean, when I was growing up, it was McNabb era, so it was like
For sure.
lights out. So this feels good. We needed this.
Feels good. I told myself after Super Bowl 52, we got the win. I told myself I'm going to get a 52 tatted on me. That way, even if we never make the Super Bowl again, I can still be reminded of what this feels like.
Yep.
Super Bowl 52 holds a special place in my heart. And we've been playing with house money ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it feels really, really good to get one on a huge, huge stage, take down Kansas City.
Yep.
I'm so tired of them.
Oh, there was nothing better. Everyone, all my friends, I'm a Bears fan still too, though, just because it's been that way for the last, 15 years. But so all my boys are good, tried and true Bears fans. And so in that chat, it's just, this game's boring. It's over. So I'm like, dude, you have no idea how
I'm glad
good
you're
this
bored.
feels.
Run it up.
I'm glad you're bored. Run it up.
Yeah.
I want
more points.
I want more points.
I want to take their points and give them to us.
Exactly. 60-0.
I want them to continue to cry on this. I want to make all of them cry. There are not enough tears on the sideline, actually.
No, not nearly enough. Not nearly enough. Oh, my gosh.
So yeah, it feels great, man. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Ton of fun. Super happy for you guys. Yeah, it is good to see that. So, Bradford, I guess to kind of bring it into the golf landscape, I think a great place to start that we'd all love to know is what got you into the game of golf? What is your origin of golf story look like? Who got you there question. And what's kept you around?
What got me into golf? I grew up in a town in South Jersey called Willingboro, New Jersey. In the center of town is a public course called Rancocas Golf Club. If I could flip my screen around, you could see I've got a map of that golf course. It's the center of my universe. It's my parents still live there. My sister and her family still live there. Actually, my parents live in the neighborhood across the 13th and 14th fairway from my sister. So it's just, when I think of home, obviously I think of, my home, but then I think of that golf course. But it started as curiosity. Growing up in that town, I had access to that course, but didn't really know anyone that would take advantage of it. Curiosity in a, teenager shows up like, he's not doing his homework, or like he didn't go to soccer practice. Like, where is he? What is he doing? And I'd be at the golf course. And my grandmother was the one that kind of, all right, what's up? See you, every day you go on your runs, you go past the golf course. Are you interested? And I'm like, no, I don't. And, this is around the time Tiger has 01, 02. He's at the height of his powers, and then on the tennis side, Venus and Serena were crushing it. And my grandmother was like, look, country club for people that look like us it's a gateway. It can open up your world if you, put yourself in there. And she was like, whichever path you want to go, I got you. I'll get you clubs, or I'll get you a racket, or I'll get you, shoes or whatever you need. You just tell me what you want to do. And it was golf. It was a no-brainer. But yeah, she was the one that encouraged me first. And what made me stick with it, I'm like 12, 13 years old at this point. what made me stick with it, at my church every summer there was like this retreat where, you know, the boys would go like camping. We go into the, you know, this cabin in the woods type deal. We'd have like, you know, bonfire moments and bonding and team building and all this stuff. And one night I was out late and I was like roaming around the campgrounds, and some of the like the elders or the, you know, the counselors were, you know, chipping. They just had a wedge and they were just like chipping a ball like in the middle of the grass somewhere. They stopped me. They're like, "Hey, Bradford, you're not supposed to be out here, but get over here. What are you doing?" And I was like, "I can do that." They're like, "What do you mean you can do it?" I'm like, "I can hit a golf ball." And they're like, "Show us." And in front of, you know, these 4 or 5 guys, I hit the purest wedge shot of my entire life. Still to this day, I can't hit a wedge that pure.
Yeah.
I'll never replicate that feeling.
Of course.
Because it was like, you know, the adrenaline was there. It was like, also, you know, there was a threat of danger. I could get in trouble. They're going to call my mom. I'm going to have to go home, you know?
Sure.
You know, I'm a good Christian boy. I'm going to get in trouble. And I hit the purest wedge shot of my life. And the look on their faces was the astonishment. And I was like, okay, I like this feeling. I want to do this
For
again
sure.
and again and again.
Oh, it's so rewarding.
So yeah, that's like, you know, at this point, 13, maybe 14 years old, I'm going into high school. I was a talented soccer player, so soccer was like my main sport. And then when I started driving, me and my boys throw our golf clubs in the car and cruise around all summer, hitting up every Muni course in South Jersey. And it was, you know, the bug was, it had bitten us, you know? And yeah, I think that is a long-winded version of the origin for sure.
No, that's sweet. That's a great story. And yeah, we've seen you all over the place now. And kind of one of the things that everyone listening, dude, your voice is just unbelievable. So you made it such a refreshing, you know, twist for the guys who have been listening about my squeaky voice and Nick going back and forth to have a professional like yourself. Tell us a little bit about your moves in your professional life and how you made that move.
I've lived many lives professionally.
Yeah,
man, let me
let's
tell
hear it.
you. Well, right out of college, I studied exercise science in college. I wanted to be a physical therapist. I wanted to get my doctorate. I wanted to work with athletes. You know, any kid studying for their doctorate in physical therapy in South Jersey, they want to work at NovaCare. They want to be with the Eagles. Like that is the height of our profession in South Jersey. And I worked at a PT clinic for 3 years, and I just lost interest. I swore this is what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to be a doctor. My parents, you know, my family, I had their full support. You know, as far as you want to take, you want to go back to grad school, we got you, you know, whatever it took. But my heart wasn't in it. I'm a good people person. So like that part was easy to me. I could find joy in connecting with people and helping to like literally heal people. That part was incredible, but the work itself it didn't speak to me. I moved to California in 2015, so I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary here. Moved to California in 2015, and the first job I got was teaching. So I was I was a school teacher, middle school teacher, and I taught PE and health for pre-K all the way to 8th grade at a Catholic school. From you know, being the fun, vibrant PE teacher, that obviously goes hand in hand with coaching. It's like, all right, Mr. Wilson, you're coaching soccer and basketball and flag football and track and field. And my second year there, we got a transfer family from New Jersey. And at the time, I had no idea what AJGA was. But these 2 kids were top 50 AJGA players. So
do you remember their names? Are you allowed to name drop them?
I do remember their names. I will tell you off
Fair. Yeah,
offline.
Fair enough, yeah.
I will tell you one of them goes to ASU, and he's very good.
That's awesome.
I think he's
Might be able to
graduating
piece
this year,
that. I
actually.
was gonna say, might actually be able to piece that together. So
Yeah. So my principal comes to me. She's like, "Hey, we have these 2 really talented players. It would really help them as new students to like find a sport. Like, can you, you know, help them, whatever." Immediately, I'm like, golf. Let's start a golf team. So after I'm from New Jersey, I didn't bring my golf clubs because I'm like, that life is behind me. You know, I played through college. I was terrible in college, but you know, played through college. I did the thing. I'm like, all right, cool. And these kids brought me back into golf, and coaching them and working with them, working on short game and putting, and just all this stuff just came back to me. And I'm like, yo, I think I like golf again. And we had a very successful golf team for 2 years. And then I left teaching and went into nannying. So I was a manny.
I love that. The Manny.
Yeah. So I think, again, just like my personality and just my nature, I think I'm good at connecting with people, and had a great relationship with some of the parents at the school that I was teaching at. So they kind of like, hey, Mr. Wilson, how else can we help you? I was teaching a high profile family. They gave me a recommendation for this nanny agency. And those that don't know about Los Angeles, let me tell you, the same way like Bradley Cooper has an agent, I had an agent as a nanny.
Crazy.
My agent was responsible for placing me with high profile families. The same way, the same type of agency that would staff butlers or drivers or personal chefs or bodyguards, like the same type of agency, they also staff nannies.
Sense.
And at that time in Los Angeles, a young, athletic, black male was like, that's a premium. You mean to tell me we can hire somebody to run around with my kid all day and get him tired so that he doesn't drive me crazy before dinner every night? That, I don't care how much he's charging, let's hire him.
Yep.
So I nannied from 2017 until almost 2023. So a lot of the Bradford Wilson golf of it all that you know me as, I was still a nanny. I don't think I've ever said that publicly.
Right there. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like a good deal. So,
I mean,
that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have to say, like, I think with any, those of us who've been in the school system, you have kids, whatever your PTA, like it's the parents you worry about. You know what I mean? Like the kids, you know how to talk to kids, you know how to work with kids. It's the parents you have to worry about.
Yep.
And in LA, God,
Best way to put it.
The personalities, man, let me tell you, it's the parents. It is always the parents. And in some ways that has really, really hurt me. But in more ways than not, I've had beautiful, wonderful experiences, like lifelong relationships have been built through those connections. And you think about it, you're in their home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on vacations with them. You're at times changing diapers. You're at birthday part, like you're a part of the family. So when you have a really, really good, when you get a good family, it's like they become like a part of who you are. So I don't know that any of my nanny families will be listening to this podcast, but I love you and thank you, because I wouldn't be where I am today.
Shameless plug for us to try and hit all of those families.
Yeah, let's hit the moms and dads of LA listening.
We have maybe one LA listener other than yourself now.
Yeah, and he is a parent to elementary school students, so he might relate quite a bit.
Yep,
you get it, man. I'm sure they love their PE teacher.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. You know what's funny? I wanted to kind of circle back to that because I love the story of those two guys, those two young men coming in, bringing you back to the game. And it made me instantly go to Grandma for sure planted those two kids. She was like, he needs to find his way. He left his club here. This is the thing he loved. And it was his happy place. You're out there, we all know it. And the reason I know that I'm right with that is because it is our happy place too. It's the place you go to escape the frustrations of the week. You go to find something that you couldn't find the day before. Mm-hmm. You go to just, relieve yourself of anything and everything you can, and to have that kind of taken away on your own account. Those guys came in and they were there for a reason. They were there to bring you back. And I mean, now obviously it's incredible to where you've gone with it and taken it. So I think my question now that you left us in a perfect spot, right? At this point, 2023, now here we are in 25, you've ramped up incredibly over the last, year and a half, especially. What is your favorite thing you feel like you've done in this time? We've hit on it with the Win Golf, St. Andre, Adidas, even some of the TGL stuff. What do you feel like is the most impactful thing for you over the last year or so that's happened?
Over the last year or so, my favorite things I've been a part of have been anything I've done with my friends that doesn't necessarily get the acclaim. It's not on
Sure.
it's not on television. It's not as celebrated or have as big a platform as some of the other things I've done or high profile things I've done. But I mean, to name a few, Jane Golf is he's one of my best friends in Los Angeles. Chris Hosepian, he's building an incredible brand that's aimed at family, that's aimed to help young kids get into the game. The style, the colors are vibrant. It's kid friendly. It's family friendly. And he has events called Camp Jane that is literally, it's just camp. It's like one day where parents and kids come, knock the ball around, have fun, giggle, go home, with lollipops and smiles on their faces. It's the coolest thing. And I always try and make time to be at Camp Jane. 12 on Mondays is another one of my friends. 12 on Mondays is a reference to a park in St. Louis, Missouri, that up until the 70s or 80s did not allow black people to play golf until sunrise, until 12 o'clock on Mondays. So from sunrise to 12 o'clock on Mondays, that is the only time in that city that black people could play golf at that course. And at 12 o'clock, they would literally ring a bell to tell people to get off the golf course. So he named his brand 12 on Mondays. And some of the content we've been able to produce is, not only is it beautiful, it has a story. And I'm really, really proud of that. And I'm really proud of just the creativity and the community around 12 on Mondays as well. Swang is another thing I'm really excited about. It's a community hangout, driving range takeover. It's literally, think of a pickup game at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday at 6 p.m., the same people, that give you the best runs at LA Fitness, they're showing up. You might pull up just to watch.
Yeah.
Just because the best runs are going to happen there.
Yeah.
So Swang to me is that doesn't matter your skill level. There's always somebody there to meet. There's somebody also who is going to help you and encourage you to pick up the golf club for the first time. And everyone that I've met through Swang has been someone that I would consider spending time with outside of golf.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to name a few, those are some of my favorite things I've been a part of.
Love that.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible. And it rolls me kind of into my second point of that, which I feel like with those things, you've been able to go to a lot of unique places, whether it's golf courses or just trips. Where do you feel like is the most unique or coolest place you've been able to go, in this time?
Oh man, Barbados, probably. Yeah. I went with the Scratch team to Barbados, and I got to play cricket. I've never.
That is a sport I've always wanted to try, and it's they play it at near the church near my house all the time. And
that's fun.
It's incredible. They have the big that mat out, that long, where obviously the bowl, it's a bowler, I think. I don't know.
The bowler, yeah.
It's incredible.
I have such a deep respect for cricket now. But I didn't just get to play cricket. I got to play cricket with the literal Barry Bonds of cricket, in the world.
That's crazy.
His name is on statues and stadiums and plaques all over the islands. He has rums named after him.
and you're pulling up the play.
And you're pulling up show me how to hit this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You got mid-calves
He's
on.
obsessed with golf.
Oh, I love that.
So what was cool was that for Scratch, it's about the tourism. It's about getting people excited to go to Barbados and play golf here. But we also weaved in the story of how sport in Barbados is important, and their most popular sport, in the West Indies, is cricket. And the West Indies, as a collective, a group of islands in world competitions, say the Olympics or World Cup or their other competitions, West Indies are by far the most decorated country. So it was really cool. And I went to this junior cricket academy, and remember he was talking about AJGA. If you play AJGA, you're a stick. You know what I mean? Or you're pretty close. You can beat most people in golf as AJGA. These kids are 5, 7, 8 years old, throwing straight cheese. I'm terrified. I have pads on and gloves, and I'm terrified to hit the ball off these kids because they're so good. and they're so fast. But I just have such a deep appreciation now for cricket. And the island was absolutely gorgeous. I'd never been to Barbados, and the people there were incredible. Yeah, the food was great. The hospitality was great. I truly, for somewhere I'd never, visited before, that was incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That's cool. So
Kids are embarrassing me, man.
I can't even imagine. And I'm so naive to cricket. Did they explain, could you at least fill us in, how do the games last so long? What's the deal? That's all I know.
So not every single match is like 3 or 5 or 7 days. It just depends on the type of tournament they're in. But it's essentially like NBA playoffs. You get game 5, you get game 7.
Sure.
That's not fair. No, because if you win, you've got it's a best of 7 series, though in cricket, they will just play 7 matches. So I'm not going to do it any justice. I'm not going to.
That's fair. That's fair. But in my brain,
cricket fans,
they
I'm
are
so
playing. They're playing for 5 days straight, like water breaks at most, and that's what my brain is saying. I'm like, I just don't get it.
No, I mean they go home and sleep. Or they just come back. They just come back the next day and do it
Pick
all
up
over
right where they left off.
Yeah,
that's
and it's like a cumulative score. So at the end of 5 days,
Crazy.
Is
it a stretch for 3 golfers to be talking to each other and say it's kind of like golf, a cumulative 4 days? Like, hey, how does golf last Thursday to Sunday? Someone explain this to me. And it's cumulative. You come home, you go sleep.
Yeah.
How far?
It's a stretch. It's a stretch because in golf there's a cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at the elevated events.
Look, even if it's 33-0 beatdown at halftime, as it were, in a recent
unique sport. I'm not familiar with what the score could have been in that game.
Even if it were that situation, they're still playing those 7 matches. So
just love it.
That's incredible. So I think, that's exactly what we wanted, out of this question, is just to realize, there's so many unique places this can take you, especially the creator space, if you will, in general. There's so many opportunities and avenues that are even just outside of the game or expanding the game. And one of those is obviously TGL. So I know we both know you've been kind of involved recently. What do you feel has been the best part about TGL, and where do you think, I guess, that is going to go? And do you feel it's doing itself justice?
I think it's really exciting. I think curiosity is the best thing about TGL because it's new. Like, we weren't there when the PGA Tour was created. We just have always known what golf is. This presents as an opportunity for us to reimagine golf. We who are, of a certain age, we grew up online, and we love getting to see our favorite athletes do cool stuff. Whether it's, Juju Smith-Schuster, he's streaming and he's the best streamer, Twitch gamer on the planet, or Anthony Edwards starring in a reality show, like whatever it is. We just want to see our favorite athletes just like do something different.
Yeah.
From that angle, I've always been intrigued. Yeah. Knowing that the players are mic'd up, I've always been intrigued because growing up watching the PGA Tour, it's like I've never, besides a press conference, which I almost never watch, I never hear from my favorite players. I never hear from my favorite athletes. So TGL gives the lay person a chance to just hear golfers talking shit to each other. And that's cool. My favorite thing about TGL, as far as gameplay is concerned, is the shot clock. If there were a shot clock on green grass courses,
I want the buzzer.
Give me the buzzer. So I was talking to someone the other day, and I don't want to take credit for this. They, you know how like in football with the chain gang, you can see they're sliding the numbers for like each down.
Yep.
And they're off to the side, so you don't necessarily see them. If they were to do that at the PGA Tour and put the shot clock person just like way off in the distance, and just have the little stick, and it's like 40, 39, 38, 30. The game would move by so much quicker. I think. And I have to credit Dan Rappaport for saying this. He says the shot clock is the star of TGL, and I agree with him. It raises the stakes so much. These dudes are already so hyper competitive. It just heightens everything. It makes it a lot more exciting and interesting. I like that it's team golf. If you played in high school or college, that's probably the last time you've ever played team golf in a meaningful way. I would love to see the players be a little bit more expressive with how they show up and play at these events. But Rory wins at Pebble Beach on Sunday, flies to SoFi Stadium in Florida on Monday, and he's just wearing like a plain green polo. It's like, man, you should be able to wear what you want, bro.
For sure.
Nike has so much hate that you could be wearing.
Have a little fun, yeah.
Have a little fun, man. Yeah.
Like the walk-in outfits sometimes are good. You see it like they try to do like an NBA. Yeah, hit and miss for sure.
But a huge opportunity for them to lean in.
Yep.
A huge opportunity. Like, I think if it weren't for Billy Horschel doing the Dirty Bird 2 weeks ago.
The chains, that was incredible.
Even though they took the L. Oh, no, they won that match.
Yeah.
If it weren't for him to just like break that door down and be like, yo, let's just be fun and silly.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the players would be thinking that way.
For sure.
Yeah.
So he may not be my favorite player, but I appreciate him for doing that.
Totally. Your outfit and the way you choose to dress can tell so much about you, show so much of your personality. Thursday through Sunday, your sponsors are dressing you. Could it be an option on Tuesday night, Monday night in the simulator? Throw on a bucket hat, throw on a Hawaiian shirt. I'm reaching,
anything.
but
play barefoot.
Whatever,
like, who cares?
Whatever it is, that's really cool. I hadn't even considered that element of it, but because it is different, it's new. There's so much opportunity for us to make it whatever we want it to be.
Yeah.
That's a cool
and the players
element
get a chance to lean in on that. They can influence that.
They can lean in on it from that perspective, and they can lean in on it from that emotional attachment. They can get more. When Tiger slammed that golf ball after holding that putt, I was on my couch chesting the way I was for the birds.
Yeah.
Like he had me running through a brick wall.
Yes.
And I'm like, and he made like a 12-footer, right? And it's just incredible. But you brought up a good point. Another one of these, I don't want to take credit for it. We had Drew Stoltz on from Subpar 2 weeks ago, and he brought up a good point of his favorite thing is when they get a guy on and he opens up and he becomes this open book of, oh, I played this match this one time with X, Y, and Z person, and I got tanked, or I lost $1,000. And it's like, then the guy that hated said person as a tour player comes and DMs him and goes, dude, I'm so glad you had X, Y, and Z on. I love that guy now. And it gave them a human perspective of that person.
Yes.
We see in Greengrass and on the tour now, it is hit the shot, cut to the next guy. You maybe get Jordan Spieth talking to Greller, and that's it, right?
That's it. Yeah.
You're not going to get anything else. So you don't see them as a human. And like you said, these opportunities now in TGL are exactly when they can do that. And podcasting as well. You get a huge opportunity for these guys to open up. And so to your point, I really think we need to see more of that. We need more banter. We need more flash and flair. We really do.
Yeah. Just be yourself, man. Like, whatever that is, just show up as yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, Colin last week, he hit a little shoulder shimmy situation. I'm like, like, all right, that was corny as hell, but hey, I love it. That's the point. Like, yo, be corny, lean in. Like, if that's you, I want that. Yep. That's what I want.
I would love
like
to
a
see
Fat
that.
Perez Euro step.
Yeah,
whatever.
Yes.
They can't do that on tour, right? That is a no.
Right.
But
you can do everything
TGL,
you want here.
When you're on that synthetic green, come on. I want to see a Euro step.
Yes, I want to see Joel Damon take his shirt off. You know what I mean? Shit,
You do?
Joel.
That's
for the
that's
record.
where you do it.
That's where you do that shit.
Yeah.
You're so right, and that's hopefully a platform, and hopefully something we see coming along. I love it.
It'd be nice to see. But all right, Bradford, this has been incredible. We want to round it out. We did a shout out to our guy Drew Stoltz. We stole it from them a little bit. That kind of emergency 9, that E9, fun questions. We'll rapid fire some questions. And we'll dive right into it, and that'll kind of round us out. So I'll start us off. Dream foursome, past, present, living, dead, whoever you want. You take them out anywhere. I know it now. It sounds like I know where it's going to be, back in Jersey. And who are you going to bring out there?
Yeah. I would definitely take them to Rancocas. I feel like mine changes a lot, but it's really just like who I'm kind of crushing on at the moment. Geeking out on, crushing on. Maya Rudolph is always in my dream foursome. I love Maya Rudolph. She's like one of the funniest human beings on the planet. Samuel L. Jackson. Give me Give me Schoolboy Q.
Oh, talk about a gamer too. The guy can play.
And okay, let's rewind for a second. When you ask the Dream Foursome question, it's me in the foursome, right? So I give you
You're
3
in it.
names.
I kind of like throwing a 5 ball out there. Give
Look,
you one more.
At Roosevelt, right around the corner, they play fivesomes. Just saying.
Yeah, there you go. Give me a 5 ball. Give me a 5 ball.
And one for the sentiment. I'm throwing my grandmom in there.
Oh, I love that.
There
I was hoping you were going to do that.
Yeah.
That's sick. I was expecting Saquon Barkley for a little bit of recency bias on that.
True.
So, on
Hey, that's not a bad. That's
Quadzilla can play too. He likes golf, man.
yeah. He loves it. I think he's like one of the only NFL players sponsored by TaylorMade. Like I think he's the only one
I
on the
actually
roster.
didn't know this.
I didn't know that either. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Dang. So
Yeah. One day.
okay. Well, all right. If we can get 6, we can.
Right.
It rotates though.
Couple
I thought.
threesomes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Couple. Yeah. All right. We're setting up an outing. No.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go next question on the E9. What would your ideal sponsor lineup look like? Take it from shoes, apparel, all the way through equipment, golf ball, everything. What does that lineup look like for you?
As it is right in this moment, I am a free agent, so I'm going to answer this question freely.
Oh,
Here we go. I was hoping for that. I thought there might be a little bit of,
I am a free
politics in
agent
there.
at this very moment, but I'm gonna go. I'll start with the bag. I love Titleist equipment.
Mhm.
Their style, and I currently have a full bag: GT4 driver, GT2 3-wood, SR2 hybrid, E200 4 through P wedge, SM10s, and Scotty Newport. That is my bag. A Pro V1. I gotta give credit to Wilson for something. The golf glove is really good, and I miss them.
weirdly affordable too. That Cabretto leather, they come in at a good price point.
The Wilson golf glove is special, and I miss them on my hands. So that's my
Wear
glove.
the one with the mesh on the back?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
I like
Nice.
the breathable mesh back.
Yes, it's so good. Sunday Red also has a really, really good golf glove.
Yeah,
It's
it looks
really
clean.
good.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Oh, let's see. Headwear, I'm going New Era because I just wear a Phillies hat. If I had my choice every single time I play golf,
Yeah.
I would just wear a Phillies hat.
I love it.
That's it. On my body, I love Lululemon. Their stuff is so comfortable. I was wearing it when I first started playing golf. When I go to the range, sometimes I'll wear it. It's just so breathable and stretchy and cozy, and it also looks good. And one specific item I'm never changing is Wilson socks. If I could have that red W, yeah, the red W, just like a quarter inch or quarter length. Yep. Because they look good in like your traditional like Premier FootJoy. They look great with a quarter sock, like in the summer when you're wearing shorts. That's a great look. They also look good with like, your spikeless Samba situation.
Yeah.
True Link, whatever your flavor. Shoe, I'm an Adidas man. They make the most comfortable shoes, and I have sensitive feet. I've got thousands of miles on these feet and legs and knees from playing soccer, so I need something that's soft and comfortable.
There you go.
Respect.
Yeah, I love all the shoes they've come out with in the last few years. Yeah, I think that answers everything.
That rounds
right?
it out.
That rounds you
Yeah.
out.
That's the full kit. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I mean,
NBA 2K player, give me the V-Bucks. Let me just give me all the accessories. Just run it up.
The shafts and run those up a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Oh shit, that's right. PGA comes out soon.
Yeah,
You're right.
I saw Max. I was gonna say the Lulu lineup of guys is incredible now. I
Yeah.
mean, throwing Roger in the mix is just gonna blow up the whole social side of it.
Yeah,
But Minwoo and Max, like, what a hit!
Mhm.
Those
They're
two
great.
guys.
yeah.
They're
They
two perfect.
really did their homework. They went
Yeah.
after some really good guys. So
Yeah. And guys that they know are gonna be, out in the social space and kind
Yes.
of blow that up a little bit more. So, all right. Speaking of socials, I'll throw a crazy one at you. What's the wild, if you're willing to share, the wildest DM you feel like you've ever gotten?
Oh God, I can't
Something
say what
wild.
it said. I can't say what it said, but let's just say somebody was not happy that I was in Full Swing season 2.
Oh man, I would have
Jealousy
Oh, man.
or
It's gotta be
No.
jealousy.
It
what's the
was
premise?
at the heart of the message. It was, I don't even know who you are, but you got the job because of the color of your skin. That was the heart of it. You asked the worst.
I asked the worst, and that is as bad as it gets. That is disgusting.
That's so
Oh,
this person went out of their way to find you if they don't know
Yes.
who you are and
Yes.
just be a bad
bad person. Yeah.
We can curse on here.
And sent
Or gal.
it sent me a
kidding me?
novel too. Just like
Oh,
didn't
it's always a
mince
novel.
words. Just like went in. So for those of you listening, if you choose to hate on me, feel free. My DMs are open. But I always clap back. And my favorite clap back of late is copying and pasting excerpts from The Count of Monte Cristo. So I'll just take a random chapter, copy and paste as much as Instagram will allow me, and that is my response.
They'll read it.
Though
They wanna find
I'll
something.
wait till it says scene,
Yeah.
and then I'll do another one. And then I'll do another one until they stop responding.
Yeah. You want to disrespect me? I'm flooding you right now.
Yes, I'm gonna flood you until
Oh, that
until
would
you
be
get bored.
Incredible. Oh, what a piece of garbage, man.
You
All right,
asked
let-
the worst.
I know, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
open up a box, and I feel
Man,
like
I was
got the
thinking it was.
meat
I
sweats
thought it
under
was
this
going to
hat.
be
Thank
like
God I got it on.
a crazy knockoff dude wipes who's like, "Hey man, we'd love to see you wipe sometime," or something stupid
Oh,
like that. That's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, "Come on, wipe with our stuff." But no, none of
That's
that.
hilarious. Yeah, like,
no.
how much to get you to shoot a reel and wipe your butt with
That's-
our wipes? Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, "All right, we're teeing them up for something," and I figured someone reached out, but no, we went the other
I mean,
way.
I get those every day though.
Oh,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
like I love that golf. It's expanded in a way that like more people coming to golf, more entrepreneurial minded people, more creative people, whatever. Everybody's got an idea for a brand.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or not, they have an idea for it, and someone keeps pointing them in my direction because yo, bro, would love to send you a hat. Yo, bro, would love to. It's like every day, y'all. Every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It adds up.
Yeah.
Well,
It does.
would love to send you a hat, by the way.
Shameless
Please.
plug.
Yeah.
Please.
I got a box full of them.
So
Oh, is that the one with the
That's
Chicago
on the
skyline
bar.
on it?
Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
Skyline one here.
Man, I love
this is like the
Chicago. I'd wear
Oregon.
that.
This one is
We're gonna
nice and
have to.
clean, little trucker with the smooth script.
Oh, there
on
you
the
go.
front. And we got a few more. We got like a reverse upside down one. It's clean.
Okay.
Go nice with the Wilson
Yeah,
sock.
send me some SKUs.
We got you. Yeah,
Yeah, send me the SKUs.
we got you.
Love it.
That's easy.
Let's keep it lighter than that last one with the E9. How about like a favorite match, a favorite round of golf that you've played that comes to mind?
Man, one of my favorite rounds of golf ever was at Erin Hills in 2021 with Connor and Drew from Group Golf Therapy. We had worked all day interviewing, shooting, podcasting, and it was twilight round, and it was just us and like the crew that we came with. Nobody kept score. There was not a soul out there except us, and it was absolute magic.
That's so unique.
Yeah, that is my favorite round of golf ever.
That's incredible. It's
Yeah.
that's to have it there too, like that. I think it's on like 14 or something. You get to the top of the tee box and you can see 17 of 18 pins on that golf
Ooh.
course. So
I
fun
must have missed
fact,
that.
if you go all the way back, I mean, it's like you gotta go. Nobody's hitting it from back there except for the
No.
big dogs. But I'm
we
going
we
back.
played
to
the
take
we
the
played the
hike.
kettle loop.
Yeah, I'm going front porch. Like give me
Yeah,
a-
exactly,
the front
exactly.
of Fossil. That's what a beautiful place to have a twilight round too.
Yeah,
Sunset out there is
that was really special. Yeah.
I love it. Good. If you had to swap lives with someone for a day, who would it be?
Ooh.
Celebrity, athlete, influential person, doesn't matter.
That's such a good question. I've never even thought before. Could have swapped lot.
I'm thinking that thought.
Yo, okay, all right. You seen Wedding Crashers? Remember the scene where they first get to the like Cape House or whatever, and they're exploring the houses, rooms, or whatever, and then they walk in on the butler watching his he's like, I'm watching my stories.
Yeah.
I want that. Just like I'm making money.
Incredibly specific.
I'm making money. I'm out the way. I'm not bothering anybody. Nobody's bothering me. I'm just watching my stories, and I'm content. I just want contentment, and that was the first thing that popped into my mind. Just
I
When's the
love
last
unbothered
time
contentment.
you saw
Rapid
that
fire.
movie?
When was the last time?
Yeah.
It wasn't recent.
That makes it even better. That makes it
Yeah,
1,000
I
times
figured
better.
you saw this at lunch. Like,
No, I've just seen that movie a disgusting amount of times, like more times I'm willing to admit.
You look at it. You look at it. I love it.
Yeah. And I'm not
I'm never
sure.
looking at that scene the same again, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, just he was so content, just
I love
unbothered.
it.
I don't know who that person is, but they're out there, and that is the life I want for a day.
So good.
Amazing. I love it. All right. So you told us earlier, you kind of made your moves from, being on the other side of the camera, doing the voiceovers, but inevitably we've seen over the last few years, you're in front of the camera. What do you think is the most embarrassing moment you have had on camera? A blooper reel.
Ooh. Oh God, that's a good question.
That's why we get paid the big bucks.
The first TaylorMade Sim commercial. So when TaylorMade came out with the Sim, it was this revolutionary technology. Nobody had ever seen it before. So like all of us actors were under NDA. Can't take photo, whatever. Like literally as soon as your shot was over, they would come and take the club from you because they didn't even want us like walking off the tee box with this club. You've been on a production, you've been on a set, there's like, you got your camera, you've got folks doing sound and folks bouncing light.
Uh-huh.
So we're shooting this scene on a tee box, and way down the fairway, because of where the sun was positioned at the time, was the guy bouncing light. He was bouncing it back at the tee box, like at me. And the further out you go, you make minor adjustment, and the light is. So just before the director says action, I'm standing over the tee over the ball, and the light changes and like blinds me, like because it's so hot. Like the light was so hot, but the director liked the way that it looked, so I just had to suck it up. I'm like, I really can't see. He's like, yeah, it looks great. You're doing great, man. Just hit the ball. I almost killed this man because I had like no vision.
Yeah.
So I sliced the ball so bad. Yeah, it almost killed this man. It broke like the top of his bounce. Like it like chipped off a piece of the bounce because it was
He didn't know
coming
what he was doing
directly
with
at him.
Shouldn't have been standing there, pal.
And yeah, exactly. And one of the guys that was also shooting the commercial with me, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, do you know where that ball went?" And then he goes, "I'm still friends with that guy to this day." So
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
RP.
Did they use that swing in the commercial?
no, I got cut. It was cut.
Oh, I love it. It was literally cut.
Yeah, it was cut.
Yeah.
It was. They did not use it at all.
Oh, that's incredible. Oh my God.
Yeah. There's another one. It's for AIG, and I wasn't in the commercial, but I was a body double for someone. And yeah, because they couldn't play golf, but I looked enough like this person that I could, hit a golf ball. So inside of this home, and in the scene, he's trying to show off for his daughter. So he's doing like juggling tricks. I'm like, I can maybe do like, I don't know, 10, 20. Like I'm not like bouncing it off the butt of the club and doing all types of crazy shit, but I can keep it up.
Yep.
When one is getting away from you and you kind of like, you give it like that one last jerk to like kind of pop it up.
Yep.
So I did that and broke a glass, and I hear somebody in the back go, "I thought this guy was supposed to be a pro."
Oh,
It very much gives
from every direction.
It very much gives that SpongeBob like, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks."
That's my
Why was that the perfect impression?
Oh,
I used
brother, this guy stinks.
Kieran says it, by the way, just for the folks at home. Kieran says that 3-4 times a week.
It's hilarious.
And it is incredible.
It's so good.
It hits every time. Keep that shit up. It's good.
Without a doubt.
That's the one, man. Like, this guy stinks.
Oh,
Or the
brother.
my leg guy.
Oh my God, that's so.
It's the fact that he says, "Oh, brother," which is so funny.
Right? Like it builds up. It like builds the whole thing.
Brother.
Hold on. Let me gather myself because now all I can think about is the lady with the chocolate.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Every year,
Iconic.
inevitably every year, someone does that for Halloween.
Yeah.
And they're so good. These
They're
people are
so
so
good.
talented.
Oh, they love it, man.
Oh.
Oh, that is so good. We needed a laugh like that. But I got it. So I'll reel it back. We'll get back to some serious stuff. You were really involved with the Creator Classic this year over at,
Yes.
or this past year now in Atlanta. What was overall, how did you feel? I thought from the viewer perspective, which I thought, we had like one video that had 4 million views, thought we should have been there playing, but that's just me. But from a viewer perspective, I thought it went over swimmingly. I thought it was great. I thought, all the guys that played did really well. How do you feel it went, and where do you see that going as something that, is hopefully going to continue on?
I thought it was great. Like, I just loved that the tour saw value in creators. Like, you have your creators who are just like there for laughs and views and comments and likes, and that's cool. That serves a purpose. But then there are creators who are like really, really good at golf.
Yeah.
And I think what the Creator Classic gives these creators to do is an opportunity to prove that they're good at golf. And they're not just like internet famous. You know what I mean? Like, no, I can actually ball and I'll take your money.
Yeah.
So for it to get that endorsement from the tour, I thought was incredible. And being on the ground there and witnessing it was really cool for me as someone who is, entrenched in that, in the creator space a little bit. But to see people that I exclusively watch on a 9x16 screen in real life, just hooping.
Yeah.
Just striping the ball, hooping, like, that was incredible.
That's awesome.
And I'm really hopeful that they do more this year. Like, I would like to see more than one.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be.
sweet.
I think it's great. I think even the good guys doing their stuff at Desert Classic it's always good. Anything they can get eyes on it. We were talking to someone, and like, there's kids coming up into the game now that can tell you who Grant Horvath is, but they're not going to tell you who the 15th ranked player in the world is that's on the PGA Tour.
Right.
That's crazy. It lets you know where the game is
answer
going.
will shock you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, seriously.
It's not who you think it is.
It's not who you think.
It's not Brad Dalkey.
It's
No,
not
it's
Brad
not.
Dalton.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Luke Kwan. No, it's not Luke Kwan either.
Yeah.
It's some guy from South Africa you've never heard of.
Never heard of. Exactly.
Mhm. And yeah, that's probably really important too for the PGA Tour to acknowledge that they have that gap and that is what the youth is watching. Yeah, everything that they've done is great. I hope they continue to do more.
Same.
Cool.
Yeah,
So,
these people put a lot of time and energy into what they do, so it's good for it to get endorsed.
Totally. This is actually the last question of the night, and it should be a good one. I'm curious, just what are you looking forward to this year? Do you have anything big planned that you can share with us, or just general outlook for 2025 for Bradford Wilson?
Yeah, most looking forward to season 3. The full swing comes out February 25th on a little streaming platform called Netflix. So those who are listening, please tune in and watch and let me know what you think. And be kinder than that dude was that slid into my DMs that one time.
For sure.
Literally any level of kinder will do.
You
can still be mean.
Unbelievable.
I'm sending you the clip the moment I watch the first thing of just, this guy stinks.
You can still not like what I say. Just be kinder than that guy.
For sure.
I will say in general, 2025 is a year of yeses for me in a way that last year wasn't. As much as I was visible in 2024, I was still very selective, and this year is a year of yeses for me. So I'm going to see where that takes me.
I love that.
I love it.
It's an incredible take. I love that. It's a perfect. I think you couldn't have rounded it out better. So I think that was exactly what more of us need too in this world. We need to be open to stuff like that. We need to be open to all opportunities. Don't close yourself off just because you had one opportunity that was successful. You got to open yourself up and keep things moving and be willing to be a revolving door, if you will. So it's awesome.
Try some shit. See what happens.
Try some shit to see where it takes you. Honestly, you never know. Pick up a golf club, see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Film it.
Awesome.
See what happens.
Film it. See what happens. You never know.
Exactly.
It's us.
You never know. That's it, man. Awesome. Well, Bradford, this was incredible, brother. We appreciate the time, man, and we look forward to seeing more from you in 2025.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you for having me.
All right. See you,
Birds.
folks. Go Birds.